Alright, welcome to week 9. The season's winding down. We just got 2 more weeks of this regular season. Well, 3 more weeks of the regular season. And then it is into the playoffs. So, like I've said every week, games are starting to matter a lot more. I'm going to start with some pass interference. This one's a tough one from our vantage point at the goal line. We're outside the 7 here, so we're going to be deep to the goal line. And from where we are here, it can definitely look like pass interference, especially, coming from the side there. Which is a detriment of a crew of 6, not having that back judge there on that back angle to help out. He's going for the ball. Looks like there's some contact. From the angle again, we can definitely see where there would be possible contact. Here we got from the GPV angle. You can see this, it's pretty clean when you look at it that way. But again, we just had 3 different angles that we can go back and forth on. Here, in high speed that day on the goal line, it's a little bit hard to pick up. But this is not DPI. But angles are everything. This one is a good call. Going back to my alma mater here. And watch this slant route. It's not much, but anytime a defender grabs a receiver's arm and makes him one-handed, it's going to be pass interference. Now, the question here would be, 2 questions to ask you. Is this ball tipped? And if it is tipped, is it tipped after or before the DPI occurs? Even if it is tipped, I think it's slightly before the DPI. So you would still have pass interference. I think this is a good no call. This looks like some chicken fighting. A couple things about the mechanics here. I don't mind being off the goal line because here the end line is the threat. I don't mind that depth either. But when we have it, let's stay with them. And the process of the catch has not been completed until now. Now the process of the catch is completed and we're already going up with a touchdown signal. And again, also we want to be facing them while we're giving the signal, just in case anything else goes on. But definitely want to turn and follow the play until the process of the catch is completed. And again, that process is not completed till now. So stay with them on that. Don't be in a hurry to rule a touchdown. I'll admit, at first thought, I didn't think this was much of anything, but having the second look at it, that grab is quick, but it throws them off just enough, I think, to be short of this catch. So this should have been DPI. The ball's in the air when it happens, so that makes it DPI. I think that's all there was on this play. I like the call here. Even, whether this is, close or anything, I even if it's slightly before the contact is slightly before the ball gets there, the hit here is not. This is a hit just intended to punish. This is not a hit to break up. He does not wrap up. I mean, this is completely unnecessary, this style of hit right here. So I like the call here. You can go DPI, you can go unnecessary roughness. Doesn't really matter. It's 15 yards either way. But I like that we have a flag on the ground here for something. He wraps up here. Then it takes the judgment. Well, it puts judgment on us. It kind of takes the unquestionableness out of there. If he comes in and wraps up, now we know we're talking about whether or not this was too close to the ball getting there. Does the contact really have an emphasis on whether or not he could catch the ball? If he comes in like this and just hip checks him, then there's no more judgment. That's a foul, and we're right to call it. I think we definitely have a foul here, so I like that. Our positioning is off, though. The foul that we have, we're not really seeing it. I don't think from this angle. If we're where we're supposed to be, we get a better view of the foul here. Remember, this is not face guarding, but he's facing him, but there's definitely contact before it gets there. See, the receiver's trying to jump up. He really can't jump up and make the play because he's being contacted. Now, it is tipped, but the DPI occurs before the tip. So, the call is right. But being in the position that we are instead of the position we're supposed to be, at that point it's kind of a guessing game rather than knowing we have a foul. This is a good no call. Their feet just trip up. Hopefully you can see in the frame there. That's just tangled feet. He falls. Unfortunately, results in an interception. It's one of those plays that looks bad because you have a receiver laying on the ground as an interception, but that's just feet tingling up. Good no call. All right, let's look at the receiver on the bottom of the screen. We're going to look at offensive pass interference on this one. Remember, we always say we want these to be obvious. Also, let's notice the back judge real quick. He's going to give the proper mechanics for play clock under 10 seconds when we don't have a visible play clock. I do want to point out his positioning, though, is not correct. We want to be closer to the middle of the field. Remember, we want to be able to basically reach out and touch that goalpost right there. And also, we have trips here, so we're on the opposite side of the trips, but we have our shoulders turned where we're facing. We're kind of cutting off field visibility. So we should have been about right here in the middle of the field. You want to take a step or two over on this side since that's where your trips are. You can. But for instance, let's say this receiver, if he comes in right here and there's a play here and we're looking right here, then we don't have the help. We can't help the field judge like we could be able to. So open your shoulders a little bit more. Be more in the middle of the field. You see correct back judge mechanics, play clock, and then you just count it off, kind of like a basketball official doing a closely guarded. I will say don't be too quick to pull your flag on this. Once you get to 0, take a peek at the ball. If the ball is moving, then we have no flag. If the ball is still on the ground in the snapper's hand, then we have a flag. So we're a little too quick to pull the flag out here, and then you pull it right back in. So it looks bad. But actually focusing on this receiver here at the bottom, this is going to be a clear offensive pass interference. That's a clear pick. He's not trying to run a route or do anything like that. He is just picking. And the ball is over the line of scrimmage. The line of scrimmage looks to be about, it's either the 6 or the 5. Either way, the pass is beyond the 5. So this should have been offensive pass interference. All right, moving on. So I don't have any angles that are going to show the real, what we really want to see here, but we want to look at the receiver at the top of the screen. The team here felt that the receiver went out of bounds on his own. And I'm just bringing this up because I want to talk about that for a second. If there's any kind of contact or any kind of close play, we're going to give the benefit of the doubt to the receiver as not going out of bounds on his own. We're going to consider him forced out. So you see, there's contact. He's kind of being run out. So there, if he ran out of bounds, which it looks like, I'm thinking he ran out about right there. You see, looks like there's an arm on him. So he would be considered forced out and eligible to catch the pass, which he does for a touchdown. So, you know, if he's contacted or he's just really kind of forced out by that defender right there, we're going to consider that forced out and not going out on his own. I don't think this is any better of a view. Yeah, I didn't really have any good views on this, and the GPV view wasn't very great. But I just, like I said, I just bring it up just to talk about it. Alright, this is one of those where judgment comes in. We're going to have a holding here on the right side of the screen, and the pass is going to come over here on the left side. So our general rule is we're not going to call holding on a foul on the other side of the field. This one's a little bit different and is a little more controversial-ish, just to borrow a word, because I think this play made the ESPN top 10 and we kind of took it away. But I'm okay with the call here because when this foul occurs, which is right there, quarterback's looking over there. And really, if you watch quarterback this whole play, he's looking over on that side of the field this whole time. So when we throw the flag, when that happens, the quarterback's looking in that direction. So that's when we bring the flag out. And I wouldn't wave it off because, like I said, we don't know what the design of this play was. We don't know what the quarterback's progression was. He may have been looking to throw that receiver the whole time. We don't know that. We just see a foul, see a quarterback looking over there. When the foul occurs, we gotta throw a flag. I mean, if you want the interception to count, don't commit a foul. It's that simple. Yeah, watch right here. This defensive player. So come in and cut that offensive tackle. So this is clearly a block below the waist. This next one, same player gonna try the same thing. It's not a great. It's definitely not really a safety foul. It doesn't. But I mean, I guess it could have taken him out. I don't. He may have been trying to go get the linebacker, and he was legally taken out. So, being this 2 plays after the first one, you're probably going to flag it, just because it is a foul, and we've already flagged him once. On this one, we want to look at this tackle right here. Similar thing. It's he goes to commit a foul, but this is one of those where just talk to him because. It's not really a safety foul. He's not really taking him out. I guess he took him away from rushing the QB. I guess you could say that. But it's not a great block below the waist, but it is a foul. Maybe you talk to him and say, hey, cut that out. And possible targeting. And this is one of those you kind of wonder if it's really a target, if it just looks worse because there's 2 players involved. But he kind of comes in with the crown of his head. You know, he comes high, but then you can make the argument that there's a tackle. We're going to err on the side of caution. Anytime we have something like this, we always want to err on the side of caution and go with targeting if that's what we feel. It's just it may look worse than it actually is, but anytime a player goes high or lowers that head, you know, he puts the judgment on us. So he kind of leaves himself at our mercy. So if you don't want to do it, if you don't want to get flagged for it, then don't do it. Alright, so anytime we have a reverse like this, or a runner reverses the field, we'll always want to be on alert for blindside blocks. There's one here. I don't know if you're going to see it. Yeah, it's just below the view. Yeah, you're not really going to be able to see it well. It's right here. but I think it's just out of your view. But the defender is one of those where he comes in, he initiates contact with his shoulders and chest, and then throws his arms out. We want to be careful for that. Like this is a legal block, that's fine. I'm sorry, I didn't know the view was going to be cut off when I showed that, so my bad. This one, the view's not going to be cut off. You can see it right here. Not much, but it is an illegal blindside block. Back judge, you're probably going to take that. You're looking at it. I think maybe you're kind of deciding if this was an illegal blindside block. It is. Defender doesn't see it coming. It's a shoulder charge, not open hands, and it is forceful contact. So, should have been a illegal blindside block. I think you're thinking about it there. So just go ahead and pull the trigger on that one. So we got a player in motion. He is not set for a second, and then another player goes in motion. So that's illegal. He's got this player right here in motion. He's got to be set for just a tad bit longer because he's pretty much still moving when the other player goes in motion. So, and we want to be kind of lenient on that 1 second, but that one's not even. That's not even lenient. All right, one more, and I'll quit picking on this team. Good call here for lay hit out of bounds. You see the end zone angle is better. That's just clear hit out of bounds. No need for that. We didn't do stuff like that when I was there. But you can see with the end zone angle, he's clearly out of bounds. And then it's just going to be kind of a push in the back. Got 2 flags on it that makes it look good. So good call there. Alright, looking right here. You hear every time we talk about holding on these videos, we talk about the feet. What are the feet doing? So here the feet are beat, and what happens when the feet are beat? So he's got a hold of them. Defender's trying to get away, and the blocker's just got a hold of them. Good job there with the flag. Like I always say, what are they doing when their feet are beat? Look at the mechanics here for a second. The goal line's threatened now. We got the muff. So we want to go ahead and move back. And even though the side judge here does not have kick return responsibilities, if we have a threatened goal line, we want to both Deeps be getting back there. So we can have 2 pair of eyes on that goal line. We need to make sure that goal line is covered in situations like this. Couple things here. We have a forward backward indication from the headline judge. Remember, it's primarily the line judge's call. Not that the headline judge can't have an opinion in this particular play, but we at least want to have some kind of indication from the line judge as well. And a good call right there for a block in the back, right at the point of attack. It's not much, but again, doesn't take much. Just a good shove in the back, and that's all it takes. Same thing here. We're going to miss this call for blocking the back. Right there in chase mode. Yeah, and that one you could almost get him with a blindside block if you deem it forced. Well, no, he comes out with the hands. Never mind. Like he pushes with his hands, but it is a block in the back that was missed. Probably, yeah, that's probably your referee. Well, it looks like he may be blocked out. So one of the wings might could pick that up. But pretty out there in the open, someone's got to get it. Play looks a little weird. I think aesthetics are just kind of weird here. I think we get forward progress stopped, which is the right call. But I do like it. Just looks weird, but I'm not saying it's wrong. It kind of looks funny. But I do like we have forward progress is stopped. This inbounds, so a good indication that we're gonna keep winding the clock, and that is correct. Like I said, play just looked kind of weird. Last play. Goal line covers on a bad snap. First we go. We had two in motion, so we have legal formation right there. Then we got a bad snap. The defender right there kind of saves the kicker from committing an illegal kick. But we have a play at the goal line. Let's get on that goal line a little bit quicker. Referee, probably work your way a little bit wider. And kind of back up. Let's get to the goal line, but kind of be a little wider so you can take all this in a little bit better. And then mechanics for the wings. The wing facing the referee, you're going to go back here as well. We can't, it'd be the line judge here and we can't see him. But you're going to go back here and help with the goal line. And then the headline judge, you would stay on the, you would stay on the line of scrimmage unless you think there's just not going to be anything and your reason to. Then you can come off of it. So, all right, that's it for this week. Good luck, guys. Stay safe. Stay focused.